So, don't look at the hallucination as a truth. Don't look at the false as truth. So that is a huge decision in our life. Realize what is false and what is truth. The whole world suffers, even global problems. Individual, even one tiny insect, even one so tiny flies, tiny, and then human being, family, society, country, global, or the world, global, all that problem come from the ignorance, not knowing what is false or truth in the life. that talk is not just even who don't believe religion. Who don't believe in Buddha Dharma Sangha. You see, even who doesn't believe religion, but you see, normal educated people have to realize, the whole world problem comes from ignorance. Anybody who has education must know that. Have to realize that. Everything comes from ignorance. That's the initiation, ignorance. Ignorance. Any educated people should know that. I mean, of course, what is ignorance? The uneducated, without Dharma education, they wouldn't know what the root of suffering, doesn't know that. But you see, intelligent, educated people should know that suffering comes from ignorance. So that's a big question in the life. What is the false, what is the truth? To discover. It's not a small thing. It's a big thing. Yeah? Primary school, the kindergarten, primary school, the college, university. However, you have to know that it came from ignorance, all this suffering. Even the slightest insects. I forgot the name. I was told in the water, in the ocean, the tiniest insect, tiniest being. So, yes, you see, as I mentioned in the past, so total opposite. You see, not only from this morning, from birth, from beginningless to the birth. You see, the false, that which is the false and the life, we've been totally, it's been a projection from the ignorance, from your ignorance. Not the ignorance of God or something, not your ignorance. Your ignorance. So, projecting everything making real. Everything making real, existing from inside. Then, 100% total believe on that. You see? So that. So we are living in hallucination. I mean, there will be more talks in that. So that's the, besides the not understanding Dharma, ignorance, but this ignorance, you see, that which is false appeared, projected by ignorance, false as a truth, and then believe after that, believed, you believed the ignorance, you believe that is real. So that's the second thing. First appearance. So this, see, that which is the false. So then, then reality, truth. Reality, truth. Never think. It's the most, world's most living far away, only never get education. Never get education, no understanding, never get education. So it's like that, never get education. Never see, never. So the real truth, You don't accept, you don't realize, you don't see. So it's like doesn't exist. The truth that I do not exist from its own side. Form, sound, smell, taste, tangible objects, neural objects, the bomb, the perceiver, the mind, also do not exist from its own side. So, they're existing in the main name, so you don't see that. It doesn't appear. Of course, for us in the being, it doesn't appear that way. And then we don't see it that way. Except those who receive teachings, they fall on truth in the life. Receive teachings, teachings from emptiness and truth. So that then never. So the truth is like doesn't exist in our mind. For us ordinary beings. So this light doesn't exist. So like that. So then, so like that. And even we learn, even we hear, receive teachings, what Buddha explained, but still do not think it's right on that, exactly. Maybe you learn words, but so of course, very fortunate, learning correct words. Of course, correct words. First, it depends on correct words, understanding, receiving correct teachings. Yes. Without that, how would you learn? So I think, what is your experience? What it is your experience? Receiving teaching, that depends on words. So that's anyway. Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah, they so they are, yeah. During Buddha's time, there happened 4 schools of Buddhist philosophers. The first one, Babashika school, then Sudantra school, then the Mandrona school, then Madhyamaka school, that through the Savatandra school, then Prasangika school, then to the Kaza. All the Buddhist philosophers, all the 4 has the basic thing that the Babashika school there's 18 schools, 18 schools. There's one Nemapavideva, so that's do not totally accept that the I is they accept that the I is not permanent, not impermanent. There's a kasari. Existing alone, not existing alone, not non-existing alone. existing with its own, not it existing with its own freedom, not none existing with its own freedom. That never whatever. Not exactly as Hindu. That the I is the Atma. I is permanent. That the I is permanent, Atma. Hindu they believe Atma, the I is permanent. So they see here the reality, they're not permanent, impermanent. I is changeable by cause conditions. Changeable by cause conditions. Not only change day by day, as I mentioned before, hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second, even within second changes. But cause conditions. So, so the only that school, then you see a little bit, not totally Hindu, but you see different from that. Then all of that. So the rest believe and the rest what is believed, what's except it's impermanent. I is impermanent, and I is not existing alone, without dependent parts. I is not existing with its own freedom. So that's the basic view of Buddhism, basic view of Buddhism or Buddhist philosopher. The basic. There was one businessman, Indian businessman. I think Lucknow, not Lucknow, somewhere there. Lucknow, or what's it called? Lucknow, or somewhere there. I think somewhere around. So he's been a businessman. So he became monk. Monk, ordained by Sunas, I think. It's very, very symbol, very. So he always gave the guide to Bodhisattva's life, the Bodhisattva, Shantideva's great Bodhisattva, Shantideva's teaching, commentary in his room, I think, office one, alone to him. After he's only finished the whole commentary, I don't know. Then he asked, he has only one question. He has only one question. Is there Atma or not? That's the only question. Is there Atma or not? Then he says, no. Then for him, that's all. Then everything's. For him, then that's it. Everything's solved. Very sincere, very. He died a long time ago. So he was a long time in the business. Anyway, so I just remember that. So so you see, there's a basic view of Buddhist philosopher. Basic, first foundation. And then the Kazai. So in our view, when we think of I, we have this appearance, hallucinated appearance that the I is permanent, that the I is existing alone, that the I is existing with its own freedom, without different cause conditions. So it's there. So we have all this basic, very basic hallucinations we have when the I appears. When you think of the I, how we think of the I. So then, on top of that, you say, the I, on top of that, you see, then they believe that the I is not self-sufficiency. That the I is not self-sufficiency. I is empty of that. I is empty of that. Self-sufficiency. Like king existing without dependent population. Like that. I existing without dependent aggregates. That. So you see, in those schools, they be empty of self, empty of the self-sufficiency. So when you look at the I, it has this hallucination. We have this, after what I mentioned the first time, then there's self-sufficiency. Either the I is self-sufficiency. Of that. The Buddhist view is that, you see, the philosopher's view is that it's empty of that self-sufficiency. That's the reality. But we have this hallucination when we think of I. How the I appears like that. Then Mandona school, they believe 7 consciousness. 7, and then they also believed 8 consciousness. 8 consciousness, the 7th consciousness, the basis of samsara nirvana. So the 7th consciousness. So the is it according to them how they go on the philosophy, how they exist, how things exist as for example, blue color, it is a common example. So the substance, imprinted substance left on the 7th consciousness, then it is experienced out, one as an object, blue, or one as an object, one as a subject, the perceiving mind. One object blue, and the one is the perceiving mind, seeing blue. So together, from that imprint, substances left on the 7th consciousness, when they experience out, manifest true. So like that, the phenomena, see, what the school believe so that so you see, when the I appears to us, also we have this wrong view. Opposite to that, I existing totally without depending on this imprint substance left on the seven content, experience out one object, one perceiving mind, subject, you see, also without depending on that. So I totally exists from its own side. So without depending on the imprint substance experience out without depending on that. So therefore the real I, so it is there. When the I appears to us, the hallucination is there. And then, not only that, we believe in that, of course. Then, not only that, then Prasangika, Madhyamaka Prasangika school view. When the I appears to you, that schools are on the see what the school accepts is yes, there is no there is no I existing completely from its own side. There is no such thing. That's the reputing object of that school. There is no I completely existing from its own side. That school view is it exists. It exists. It exists from its own side. Not completely exists, but it exists from its side. There's something from its own side. So it is not completely exists. Why? Because it is labeled by the mind. They accept that I is labeled by the mind. So it's much better than the previous wrong views. Here they accept labeled by the mind. Labeled by the mind. So labeled by the mind. So labeled by mind, not merely labeled by mind, but not merely labeled. Why? Because there's something exists. There's something exists from its own side. I. There's something exists from its own side. There's something. You see that? So there's a little thing to accept labeled by mind, but there's some not many labeled because there's something exists from its side. There's something left little. There's something left little. You see? So that's the view of that's the right view according to that school. So we have to know that well in general all others, but especially that to be able to realize well the Prasangika school, Madhyamaka Prasangika school view. If you understand the well, then Prasangika school are very easy to recognize the subtle object of reputation and then to see the emptiness. So, you see, so labeled by mind, you can Of course, it is easy to accept because what is called I is a sound and is labeled by mind, of course. So that's easy. So then, middle level is very difficult. Middle level by mind. That's for you, middle level by mind means almost doesn't exist. For you, what I understand is doesn't exist. It is middle level of my mind. So you think like that. You think like that. It comes to nihilism. For you, not in the reality, but for you, because maybe you don't have the advantage in a marriage to realize that is middle level bomb exists in mere name. Yeah, you don't in a marriage. You see, enough intelligence, enough marriage to realize that. So then you see, for you, it kind of things you're following nihilism. Like that, you see. But it's not nihilism. But it's not nihilism. That's the correct one. We're going to next school, Madhyamaka Prasangika school, the British philosopher. Their view correct. That's most correct. Most correct. Most correct. So so the gakcha, the object to be reputed on the person gets who the truth that without depending on the mind labeling with the truth exists there. The eye appears to you. That hallucination is there. See? Then of course there. Then of course the Prasangika school, the subtle object to be negation of that. The self-object to be reputed. So there, the subtle one is there. The person gets go, the reputing of them. So you see, when the eye appears, you see. Even you agree level by mind, but there's something, how can exist only in mere name? No way. For you, it's kind of nihilism. So there must be something. A little bit exists from its own side. There has to be something from its own side. So you see, so you see, you have appearance, the eye, existing not just being merely labeled by mind. So being merely labeled by mind is not there. What's that? What is that? Yeah, something slight more than that. Something slight, then you see more than merely labeled by mind. Something slight more than that. Slight more than merely labeled by mind. Slight. So appearing the eye, not just mere level of our mind. Oh, that is the subtle object of reputation in Prasangika school. Or that is that subtle, that very subtle one, or that is what you have to realize, recognize. False eye. Oh, what you have to realize, a false eye. That. Oh, then if you realize that is the false eye, or that was what doesn't exist, that is what totally empty, then after recognition, that view false, then then it's just a minute to realize and it's only the tong ni. So tong is emptiness, ni is only. So in English, not translated completely. The translation depends a long time ago. I think, very long time ago. They're not cautious. Very beginning there, translator, many of the translators begin haven't started completely philosophy. Some understanding Dharma, but not complete understanding. I'm not saying everyone, but very beginner translator like that, and so some translations done half and not complete. Even the name title. Something like that. So if you really understand well philosophy, the basis of the four schools and the Buddhist philosophy, the four schools, one of that. On the basis of that, then you can understand. Understand well, and you see the Tibetan words. Then you can understand complete. Then you can get complete translation in English. From very beginning, there's some, not just half, some just half, or so that not even the title not complete. What is in Tibetan don't come complete in English. So because of the people, it doesn't give people a clear idea. So general people who haven't done study, so it's like that. So anyway, so you see, understanding, even the words are explained correctly, even correct words, correct teachings received, but doesn't mean you can see clearly, you prove, like the person, like the Savattantrika school philosopher, like that. It doesn't mean proved. It doesn't mean proved to you. Not necessarily. Even you are given correct teaching, not necessarily, because it depends on a lot of luck, or even in the worldly activities, like the lottery or football games or lottery or something. You say good luck. If you have good luck, you win. If you have good luck, you win. So therefore, you need to go. You need so much merit to not only receive correct teachings. The Prasangika school are correct teachings on emptiness, right view, and they by introducing this subtle object or reputation. So besides that, you see, to realize, to recognize, then in a lot of merit in your life, lot of merit and high intelligence, lot of merit, and then you see very strong Guru devotion. From your side, seeing the Guru who reveal the path, and then teaching the Buddha from your side. Then there's a strong devotion you need. So without that, it doesn't happen. It just becomes words for you. You don't believe in that. It's a hard thing to believe for you. For you, it becomes wrong, like nihilism. You think you are following nihilism, like things exist in many names. Like for you, even though it's most correct, but it's so subtle. So for you, you think nihilism. So you think it's wrong, totally wrong. But even though it's completely right, so it's like that. There's a strong devotion, because one who revealed path to you, then from your side, then by looking at the Buddha, no mistaking all the qualities, and by looking at it in that way, then you see as Buddha, so strong devotion. Then that gives blessing. You receive, through that you receive blessings of Guru in your heart. Your heart is blessed by Guru. So you receive blessings. Like after plant the seed in the ground, you put water, similar, like that, you see. So then, from that, with that, then you see, even there's short merit, but you see such easy way collect collect the extensive merit with that devotion. It happens naturally. It happens with that everyday life. And so you see, with that devotion, then you live your life. You follow the Guru, your body, speech, mind. You live your life by following the Guru. So you see, not under your control, self-chasing thought, but your life under the control of Guru. So exactly as much follow, I will follow. Then merits collect in such short time. For example, for example, just to give some example, then There's by following the Guru, correctly following the Guru, there's eight benefits explained in the first meditation, the Lamrim, the path, gradual path to enlightenment. There's eight benefits mentioned. So see, by fulfilling Guru's wishes or following the advice, so that unlike if you are ordained by the Guru and then you follow the vows, precepts. So as you're doing that, you know, or Guru advised you to retreat, or say, every day to recite mantra, or something. You see, for example, then if you recite the mantra every day, like that, then you see, each time, each day, each hour, each minute, each second, you become close to enlightenment. You become close to Buddhahood. Purify all the defilements, and collect excellence and merit second by second. It's hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second. You become closer. So quickly you become closer to enlightenment. So like that example. So same thing. Like that. Just again giving just two examples. Then you have to memorize. Yes, sorry. You have to relate to your own activity. What advice of a guru. So for example, to build a house, or meditation room. Whatever you see, to spread Dharma, you know, to be secretary to spread Dharma, to like that. Or many, she can relate to many. Yes. So many different activities benefit others. To purify that disciple, Nigirkama, collected from beginners, to benefit others. There's all kinds. So anyway, like that, each time you become closer to enlightenment, as you're working for that, as you're walking the, as a guru gets advice or as a job or some. Also, if it's involved walking. So each step, is it about traveling or whatever. So, it's even round, going back and forth around to do the work. So each step of fulfilling Guru's wishes, advice. So each step you do, it purifies unbelievable obscurations, collected from beginners, collected extensive merit. You become close to enlightenment. Each step you do, each talk you do, or with somebody, say to actualize their project or whatever that advice the Guru. So then you see, for that you talk with the people. Each talk you do, then also send purification and collect merit and become close to enlightenment. This is the most, because the Guru is the one that most powerful object of merit, so which purifies the highest, most unbelievable obscurations, negative karmas, and they also collect the most excellent. So they're more powerful. So, then, more than outside people, they're so much powerful merit as a powerful object to collect merit and purify. Say, your parents are parents of this life. Like that. And so, why power? How powerful is that? This life parents. So because they're powerful, so if you do little harm to the parents, scold or retaliate back, or scold or harm the body, or whatever, some scold, something small harm, then so powerful within, because the object is so powerful. So you start to experience problem, suffering in this life. Not finished, but of course there's a rebirth in the lower realm and suffer for unbelievable length of time. And even you're born a human being, do not good karma, then you experience positive result of the sufferings. The result of the karma, another human life is also like that. And, unbelievable. So, no, not just one life's life, but many other. So there was 100 lifetimes, 500 lifetimes, so like that you have to know that. The suffering, unbelievable suffering. So, but you start to experience in this life. But if you do a small service to your parents, small service, small help, small service, you see, then so powerful. The good karma is so powerful. So start to experience a result of happiness in this life, success in this life. Then so many 500 lifetimes for that one small service you offer to parents, and then, the small good karma you create with the parents, and then that goes on life. You see, so like that. So it's very important. So if you did anything Catholic, harm, to all of that you see, then, purify, no confess, or then purify, you do practice to purify negative karma. Also do like that, very important. So every day life, Kasure, 35 Buddha practice or Vajrasattva, there are many things. So that's every day. So, not only purify negative karma collected with the parents, not only that, but upon collected from beginning to birth, all negative karma was purified. Every day, put too much of our life, put in the practice of purification. So I asked my teacher, Guru Gentamong, as I mentioned yesterday, so I asked what is the most important to collect merits and purification in the life. So he said, from his experience of life, he said purification. He said to more concentrate on the purification. That's what he said. It should be his own experience. So anyway, like that, you see, then that is the way. If you do like that, you are a very wise person. If you wave, whether you are Mount Everest, on top of Mount Everest, or whether you are in Africa, or where you are alone with the people, whatever, or practice purification. The Vajrasattva practice, or there are many others, such as working for others, working for sentient being with compassion. The experience hardships as much as possible. These experience hardships, working for others, experience hardships, So then purify, unbelievable. If you do it with compassion, that's a great thing. It's a strong purification. And they offering service to Sangha, doing hard work for Sangha. So, you see, then of course no question about Guru, offering service to them as well. Obtaining the Guru's wishes, advice to them, the most powerful actually, purification, collecting merits. So not necessarily only physically with the Guru, not even far. So wherever you are in the world, so you see, fulfilling Guru's wishes and advice, so things like that. So anyway, so like that. So you see, it's constantly, day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second, close to enlightenment, all like that. So whatever what do you do is the advice to the Guru on that, you see. All like that. That is most powerful one to purify, most powerful, as well as quite most estimated and close to enlightenment. That. So they say, even main things to obtain the Guru's wishes, the advice, and that's the most important thing. They remember the Guru's kindness, and then the next one, the kindness and Oh, the Guru's wishes, advice, and then next one, that's right. And next one, so then everyone has materials, everyone has. Then there's everyone has material. Then it says then offer to collect merit and purify or make offering. That all that the Guru Saji also, it does something to accept and to collect the disciple, to collect merit, then accept. That. However, even by that, even for example, by offering a glass of water, or tea, or candy, or biscuit, or something to the Guru, then you collect the merit. You collect the merit, having offered, having made offering to numberless Buddha, numberless Dhamma, numberless Sangha. Then we made offering to numberless statue, numberless stupa, numberless scripture, numberless stupa, all like that. If you offer a glass of water or biscuit or candy or something, then you collect unbelievable, you collect more than having made offering to having made offering to, extensive offering to numberless Buddha, numberless Dhamma, numberless Sangha, numberless statue Buddha, numberless, having made offering numberless statue Buddha, numberless stupa Buddha, numberless scripture, or more than that. So more than that, you collect merit by offering on biscuit or one candy or this is that glass of water or something. For example, sorry, I talked before parents, but then I suddenly one day I didn't get to mention the one between. So after parents, then because ordained people, Mangananda, one ordained person is much more powerful object of merit, and if you harm, then unbelievable, the negative karma, then more than parents, and then collect merit, little service offering, all the unbelievable merit you collect, much more than these like parents. And then one arhat who are free from samsara, then you see, then that's so much a powerful object to collect merit, and if you harm, of course, unbelievable powerful negative karma obscuration, right? So much, you see, then now one bodhisattva, you see, one bodhisattva. It is mentioned in the Lamrim Sutra teachings by Buddha. So if you look at one bodhisattva with the angry mind, sort of if you look at one bodhisattva, you see with the what side of the eye, how do you go? Glaring. If you're glaring, glaring. Huh? Glare. If you glare, bodhisattva, one bodhisattva, who renounced cherished thought, who actualize bodhicitta, cherish others. So, if you look at bodhisattva, with glaring mind, you see, glaring eye, glaring eye. See, negative karma is so unbelievable heavy negative karma, obscuration and collect. Like taking out eyeballs of the desire realm, formless realm, all the sentences, the eyeball inside, take it out. I think like that or more than that. Negative karma is so heavy like that. If you look at the Bodhisattva with the glaring eye, with the kind of discipline and so like that. Now, if you look at the Bodhisattva with the calm mind, peaceful mind, or the calm mind, diverse mind, if you look at one Bodhisattva with look at respectfully to a Bodhisattva with a calm mind, then you collect the merit having. You gave an eyeball to the numberless desire realm, formless realm. Your eyeball, you mean charity. Oh, like that. Unbelievable merit you collect. Oh, like that. That power. Because of pure mind, bodhicitta, cherishing numberless sentient banks. Nobody's left, not one insect, not one ant is left out. Not one that's black or white, all this, not even one ant left out. You understand? To get the idea. Tiniest insect, there's no one tiniest insect left out. From the Buddha's compassion. You understand? Oh, realization. Oh, that. So you have that. Unbelievable magic. Oh, that, you see? So now, numberless Buddha, then one Buddha, numberless Bodhisattva, then one Buddha. So, so there is mentioned like this, non-Bodhisattva, yourself non-Bodhisattva, Bodhicitta, and angry 1 second, to a Bodhisattva, then you see you destroy the 1,000 eons good karma you have collected by having made charity to the sentient banks and made offering to the Madhyamaka Prasangika. So it is mentioned in the Bodhisattva. Kawa Tonda Savai, Jidan Deshe, Chola, Kondra Tiki Jomache, so like that. Kondra Tiki Jomache, in 1 second you get angry to a Bodhisattva. Oh, then there's 1,000 years, merits get destroyed completely. Made charity to the sentient beings, made offering to Buddha's Dhamma Sangha. All like that. So now you see. So now one Buddha, numberless Bodhisattvas, one Buddha is more powerful than numberless Bodhisattvas. So like this. So what happens if you get angry to Buddha, even 1 second, then can you imagine, then the 10,000, 1,000, even the good karma is destroyed and all that. So then Buddha can be 10,000 eons, not sure, yeah. So can be so much in merit collected by the past, to the sentient beings and the Buddha, it can be destroyed. If you get angry 1 second to Buddha. You understand? Like that. Now, numberless Buddha, one Guru is most powerful, then numberless Buddhas. So therefore, if you get angry on 1 second to the Guru, that Dhamma connection, you see, yourself disciple, that the Guru, tencha lame chingi, tenche lame chingi, teni kachore, who is followed, rely upon is guru, and one who is following the characteristic of the disciple, relying upon, who is the one who is relying upon. So anyway, the Kasura receive Dhamma connection. Yourself guru, and that is the guru, that guru, and yourself disciple, Dhamma connection. So even through the words, mantra through the words, the lung or even lung or transmission, or yeah, so even through the words. So anyway, sorry. On that is the Dhamma relationship, that is the Dhamma connection. Let's see. Well, then one story. Of course, the second Chang passed away. I heard many stories in the Paksa where Mahatma Gandhiji, Prime Minister, in the experiments, John Nehru were imprisoned, and so many people were killed there during British time. So I lived there 8 years, and then also I had many stories of Second Chang. The past we lived in Swami, I heard. It's a great yogi. Yes, very good. So he did have some karma to meet after coming to Nepal. So the kaza. So the 1 second angry to numberless Buddhas, then the kasure to 1 second anger to Guru, that was much more heavy in the karma. So I mean, I haven't seen yet. On the basis of what Shintadeva advised in the Bodhisattva, when non-Buddhists get angry to Bodhisattva 1 second, then you destroy the merits collected in the past. 1 eon, 1,000 eon. 1,000, not 1 eon, 1,000 eon. I have been at charity, I have been at offering to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So on the basis of that, then you see, it will be million eons or could be like that 1 second angry to Guru. Unbelievable, most unbelievable. The merit get destroyed and the Kature. Actually, three things. Not only that, and then Kature, that many eons, and then you get born in the lower realm, in the hell, in the lower realm, suffer that many eons. I don't know what. Could be many 100,000 eons or then million eons or could be like that on the basis of what Bodhisattva Shintadeva said in Bodhisattva. So, then you see realizations put up many 100,000 eons or the million eons. So if you get angry 1 second time to Guru, so could be like that. Three things. Realizations are put off many eons, something like that. It's not only you destroy the merit, not only that. So, therefore, all like this. So, the Guru is the most powerful object. Not the world Guru, your Guru. You see, there is Dharma connection, that. Oh, so that was, I was telling the story of Sekunda Chan. So, here, after we came here, went to Swayamanath, and the first disciple foreigner, the disciple Zina Rajapsky, and she was called Princess Rajapsky. Her parents was king, and when the Russia was, I don't know, peace or there, in a long time ago. Then there was some revolt. They escaped to France and lived in France. But she lived in America and anywhere, Greece, many places. But so when we have some karma, we reach on the top of the hill, the Swayamanath, what tourists call Monkey Temple. The monkey looks like monkeys are gathering during pujas inside. The temple built for monkeys. Something like that, monkey temple. Anyway, so when we outside the house of the Ramayeshi also, so one very simple monk came out through the steps, and so we want to say Sekunda Chang. We want to say Sekunda Chang. Maybe I said, well. Then the monk, very simple monk, said, "Oh, wait a minute," and then went to pee. I think maybe for pee, I'm not sure. Then I think didn't come back. So then we went upstairs. Then met the manager, met his manager, and then went to see inside. So one who was inside in bed. On his bed, what a second time there we saw outside. It came down through the steps, then we explained on the second chant. We do know so that we saw So he said, wait. Then he was upstairs. There was a monk here. We met outside. And then she's very good to want to ask questions. Because then we saw many other Kajuning Lamas we saw because she wanted to sit and so there. She asked Rinpoche to read the text. There is quite a number of texts near the pillow. So she asked Rinpoche to read those texts. Not all, just read them. Normally you wouldn't ask that question. But she's Westerner, so just ask anything what she wants. And so then Rinpoche, no, Rinpoche said, he replied, no, I know nothing, he said, I'm completely so foolish, no, nothing, he said. Then he gave a teaching to her after a question. I don't know what the question. What the question? Oh, there was a question, not, I don't remember. But he gave very powerful teaching on the Guru's worship. He said, if the Guru is sitting on the floor, even the Guru is sitting on the floor, you think of Buddha, Shakyamuni, Buddha is sitting on the floor, they think like that. That's the essence I know, but the rest I don't know. This is so profound, I didn't have, and I'm married to understand. So that's the first time. Then, of course, I go time to time to Rinpoche. I go time to time to Rinpoche, and so when I go to see Rinpoche, no question, no doubt, no question. This is Yamantaka. This is extremely wrathful aspect, Manjushri, essence of all the Buddha's wisdom, manifestation of all the Buddha's wisdom, Manjushri, extremely wrathful, Yamantaka. No doubt, this is real Yamantaka. It's always many times like that. No doubt. So I was thinking like that. This Buddha, you see, Mansil Dede, Yidam, so. And the Rinpoche knows everything. Anybody who comes in the room can see all the life, past, present, future, totally. He knows. So sometimes I mention the dreams, and that I had, and then Rinpoche says, Rinpoche says that Bandhan Lama was the wrathful, and Bandhan Lama was the wrathful aspect of deity, Saraswati or Tara also. So a little bit upset, angry. So I said, before Rinpoche does divination, he knows, but he does divination go to the level of our mind. He doesn't show, his big thing, he knows all the past, very simple monk. He doesn't know anything. He does divination, but even before he does divination, he knows. he can tell. He starts to tell before he throws dice. So anyway, so we see one time when we were staying in Bauta, Geluga Monastery, the Mongolian Lamas, built by Mongolian Lama, he passed away in Mongolia. But the monks came from Jidong, near Nepal, Jidong. Yekachen Yolza's monastery that I mentioned to you, had this course up to now 50 how many times? So that's by reading his teachings, and my inspiration. So came from his monastery, the monks. So this, I think it's Savatawa, might be the Buddha's Day of Enlightenment. in the past, Buddha show enlightenment, became enlightened, show holidays. So that day, not only that, but that meant so passing away in Nirvana, as well as that, and also Buddha's passing away, the holidays, and then also Buddha's birth, 3 days combined that day. So the monastery, you see, the Nyungne. So the some benefit of Nyungne is from upper place of Tibet. Upper place of Tibet. So he followed the Lama Triptop Rinpoche from Swayambanath. He does practice the most sacred high giver and deity. And so other monks don't agree. They think they're Nyingma deity, so they don't agree. The monks, the guru they follow is the Chogung Dojichan. They invited Chogung Dojichan. Trudar Rinpoche was there. The monks invited Chogung Dojichan. So the next morning, so when giving the 8-man precepts, so the monks wanted to take from Chogung Dojichan, not from Trudar Rinpoche. So that morning, Rinpoche came, so we sit on a seat. Rinpoche sit on the seat, not on the throne. And Rinpoche sat on the normal seat. And Rinpoche came and opened the text. And the Rinpoche said, hey, if you want to practice Dharma, then Guru says, there's hot kaka, there, lick that kaka. Then you are able to go there immediately without doubt, without any question. Immediately go there and lick, with the tongue like this, Rinpoche did like that, and able to lick. Oh, that is how you practice Dharma, he said. Then he put the text left. That's all the motivation for the ordination. Nothing else. He didn't give the vow. Then he put the left. Rinpoche novel that's this kind of also normal thing to do like that. So that the Rinpoche's teaching was that. But that teaching is the very important teaching. The Kature, we call red teaching. So that's most important advice, most important teaching, most important advice for life. That's teaching. The Guru and practice how to practice Guru. That's advice, particularly for how to follow the Guru, how to practice Guru, which is the root of the path to enlightenment. The most important one is to achieve all the realizations of path to enlightenment. So he said that in left. So that's what he did, the most important teaching. So just by that, I take the second Dojichan as a Guru. I mean, I have many gurus, less than 40 or many gurus, but the real guru is Hisundra Lama, and my first Lama, Hisundra Lama's elder guru, younger guru, Jebje Tijana. For the first time I received Lamrim teaching, Liberation Palm in your hand in Varanasi, Sanat. So the real guru, the Lama is the real guru. So on the second one, Hisundra Lama, so that two real gurus. So just to tell, Second Chang, when he taught just a word, so like that. So there's good enlightened being from past life, great enlightened in Tibet. Second Chang, there was past life before, very famous, and they highly respected by the by Tibetan Dalai Lamas. So a complete path to enlightenment, the Tantra path, all that. So so as I said, even the people to say that. So then after that, remembering kindness of Guru, and then before that also or to collect merit, if you have things to offer, the offering to collect merit, purify, and like that. You see. So even you see, even making, even a glass of water or the biscuit or candy or offering, even closer, you become collect highest merit and greatest merit and great purification and go to enlightenment. You become close to enlightenment, even by that. Even by each offering. So that. And see, because most powerful object. And that, and then, for example, if you offer perfume, one tiny drop, or comes on a needle, one tiny drop of perfume you offer to the Guru's pores, the physical, the pores, where the hair grows, the pores, you have a tiny drop perfume, scented smell, you offer a tiny drop to pores of the Guru's holy body. See, you collect much more. You collect much more merit than having merit offering to numberless Buddha, numberless Dhamma, numberless Sangha, numberless statues, numberless stupa, numberless scriptures. More than that, you collect merit, all like that. All like that, you see, unbelievable. Because they're powerful, most powerful of the whole object. And then, because really, then it is mentioned. It is mentioned. So you see, for 1,000 eons, you practice this. You practice paramitas. So you made a charity for 1,000 eons. Your hands to sentient beings. And even the merit you collected from that, you make charity. Even the merit, you make charity back to the sentient beings. You see, for 1,000 eons, unbelievable merit. But you see now, when you follow Guru's advice, wishes, Guru's advice, that time, that which took 1,000 eons, all those merits, you see, you collect in 1 second. When you follow Guru's advice and Guru's wishes, time-wise, you collect all those merits in 1 second by following Guru's advice and wishes. So Sajja Pandita mentioned a great holy being, what the Sajja lineage of teachings came through. Sajja Pandita is one of them. So Sajja Pandita said, Kawatongdo, Pauro Chimbisu, Koda Gangla, Dogotong, So, Lame Lamde, Kijitiga Du. So the 1,000 eons, you may charity your hands and the head and the limbs, the body to others. And even the marriage, you may charity and the things. But you see, Lame Lamde, when you follow Guru's advice, Guru's wishes, the Guru's path, more than that time, all that merit you collect in 1 second. All of that, so powerful today. Then that's how you should understand the cool way to achieve. Cool way to achieve enlightenment. This is the most cool way to achieve Buddhahood for sentient being. Cool way to be free from samsara, from oceans of samsara suffering, and the cool way to achieve Buddhahood for sentient beings. To free the sentient beings from the oceans of samsara cool way, and to bring to Buddhahood cool way. So the whole that is ultimate to correctly following virtuous friend. Devoting is only mind, but correctly following, there's 2 ways. Correctly following thought with devotion and with action. So I say correctly following virtuous friend. So what is that? You see, all that is so powerful, unbelievable. All those things, then you have to know, you have to write down, in your heart. Diary or in your heart. Okay. Should be kept most important advice. And so like that, cool way to achieve enlightenment for sentiment. So they depend on the Guru, follow the Guru correctly. So like that, so is it? Now then you see, like that, you follow Guru's advice, Guru's wishes, what Guru advised, wishes. So you follow 1 day, weeks, months, years. Can you imagine how that is? How that your lives unbelievable. You call it most amazing. What is the greatest purification every second? Collect. You are most fortunate person. You collect a merit, cause of success, cause of happiness, cause of enlightenment, cool way to achieve enlightenment. You see? The years you follow Guru's advice, words. Oh, now that you can understand how that disabled, so most fortunate. So they say, I've mentioned many times. You see, when I didn't see soccer, physically I didn't see, but I saw in TV soccer, playing soccer. So in the early times, when I think there was one wind, but the person were not smiling, not smile. Or the nerves out and the hand like this, runs out and then, like this, and the nerves is out. I thought it maybe lost. The game play. It was running like that, you see, not smile. I thought it's lost. That's what I thought. But then later on I realized that means win. The person win. Soccer. So you see, that's nothing. That is nothing. That is just the object of attachment. It's nothing. So here, this foreign guru's advice. This well, every second, you become closer to free from samsara and Buddha. Wow, quickest. But you see, you're supposed to do like this, and that you're supposed to do like this, with every second. Like this, all the nerves out and day and night, day and night. You have to run like this. The soccer, nothing. It's gaining lower realms, reality, gaining lower realms. Nothing, suffering of samsara in the lower realms, particularly the lower realms. Totally done with attachment to get the power, to get the money, that I can't say everyone, but most don't have bodhicitta motivation whatsoever. But if you do the emptiness, if you do the soka with the emptiness, the meditation, you see, awareness, emptiness, the mindfulness, emptiness, you see, understanding, or even just the effort. Then it becomes remedy to samsara. You are playing soka. I told you example yesterday. So you are playing soka, become antidote to samsara, not cause samsara. And then you see, remedy to eliminate root of samsara, ignorance. If you do the realization of emptiness with the even effort of meditation, emptiness. You understand? Oh, like that. So if you do the bodhicitta, soka, then cause of enlightenment. You understand? Yesterday I didn't mention soka, but I gave out the example. So anyway, okay, one justification. One justification. Okay, then we go back to the emptiness. Yeah. So the Satyapindita mentioned that kasure yime wase raptayam mesem meba kasa yime wase raptayam mesil meba memijin. So that even the sun beams so hot, but without a magnifying glass, cannot produce fire there. On the, you see, there's a plant, there's a pepper or plant. There's one plant called da. I don't know the English, but it's dry. Then you wrap it. Then you put there to produce fire. When you put the magnifying glass, then the white, through the white, the light you see shine on that through the glass, then it produces fire. You may well say, without magnifying glass, no matter how hot the sun is, cannot produce fire on that. Like that, even the blessings of the gurus, without guru, cannot be received in the heart of the sentient beings. Without guru, no matter how much Buddha has compassion, Buddha says blessings. But without guru, cannot be received in the heart of the sentient beings. It's in the heart of us, sentient beings. The Sangye Chelabjan Lama Jungmen. So that's one extremely important understanding the need of the guru. You understand? The need of the guru. By checking the need of the guru. That's the tell. Why there is no guru. Then it says, like that, by pleasing the guru, all the 10 direction Buddhas, get pleased. By pleasing the guru, then all the 10 direction Buddhas, the numberless Buddhas, get pleased. Pandai Lama Nyebe, Tejin Haza. Pandai Lama Nyebe, Sangetanche Nyebe Jews. By pleasing the guru, then all numberless Buddhas get pleased. You have to understand that. The one very important point. For example, when you do something good, when you do something good thing, that follows Guru's wishes, advice. Something is very positive. Something you see. Then you see, even you didn't inform the Guru, but you get dream of the Guru, so pleased to you. Or Guru give even presents to you. Show very radiant, very happy, very radiant to you. Like that. So that is, even you didn't inform the Guru, but that happened. That is numberless Buddhas, sign that numberless Buddhas happy with you. So that shows through the Guru whom that you have come in connection. They walk, but numberless Buddhas, they guide you, but through this Guru, that you have come in connection, particular. Oh, through that. Oh, like that, you see. And if you do something wrong, then even you didn't inform the Guru, but if the Guru show displeased to you, or sick, or something, you see, displeased, or unhappy to you. You see, that. So, that is again, there's numberless Buddhas unhappy with you, displeased with you. So, but the communication is through the Guru to you. You have to understand all of that. So, by pleasing the Guru, but this one is pleasing the Guru, that you come in connection. So then, please numberless Buddhas. So Hazare. So then it says important. Oh. Then it said, sorry. Kunjosumbo, Chikdewe Lamachela, Dachipsis. Guru, his embodiment of Buddha Dhamma Sangha. The Buddha Dhamma Sangha, numberless Buddha Dhamma Sangha, in the reality, numberless Buddha Dhamma Sangha embodied into one, the Guru. Kunjosumbo, Chikdewe Lamachela, Dachipsis. Lamachela, to you, the Guru, I take refuge. Buddha Dhamma Sangha embodied into one. To you, the Guru, I take refuge. All that is Satyapindita mentioned. All that's very, very going to condense very important advice that in the daily life we have to think. Think of that. Well, just one more thing, then that's it. I've mentioned one more thing to understand. That's very important advice. Don't forget. The Kasure. The Kasure. I'm not sure the 13th Dalai Lama or the 7th Dalai Lama, Jawakasan Gyatso. I'm not sure which one I have to remember, but anyway, the story is this. This one geshe from Devon Monastery. Forgot it. I forgot the name. Geshe. Marigo or something. I'm not. I forgot that. So this geshe, the geshe seems not only disabled, but it's kind of friend to his own Dalai Lama. If the geshe talks everything very straight to his own So, so the Geshe asked his owners to predict his next life. What will be his next life? Said that. So his owners said, "Oh, you will be born as a right way. You will be born as a buffalo with the blue horns." So this Geshe laughed. He laughed, and then said, "How is it possible?" He said, "How is it possible right away? First of all, you have to, I don't know, you have to die, and then you have to, the male, father, mother, the male family, the sex, and then, the egg, you see, swim from father, and then egg from mother, the kasere, see as parents, and then, then receive the attachment, and so eventually that. Then you enter the conception inside the mother's womb for 9 months. It takes 9 months. Then gradually get born outside. Then you have to, then you see, born outside. Then you have the blue horn. That takes much time between that blue horn. That you're born. There's much takes time. Geshe told her, it's possible right away to be born as buffalo with a blue horn. He said, so then his son laughed, and then laughed. Then laughed, then then his son said, "Oh, now you were born as monk. Not just monk, but round his illness. He will be born as monk, but around his illness. To serve that. So then the monk was so surprised. Oh, how's it possible? I didn't get any purification because I was born ox. So I didn't get any purification, collect any merits. I didn't get anything. How I can be a monk immediately?" So he told his son. Then his son answered. His son didn't answer. His son answered, "Oh, that is because he didn't say I'm jealous. He said I'm blessed one. Blessed one by jealousy. I'm blessed one. He didn't say I'm jealous, the compassion Buddha. He didn't say. And I'm a special being, blessed by jealousy. Maybe because he's a disciple or something. So what happened was, you see, he talked straight. He talked straight to his owners. So that night his owners laughed so much, and then because he made his owners so happy, laughed, made so much laugh. His karma. So you see, his karma to be born as blue horn buffalo, purified right there, by making his owners laugh. I mean, is it natural? He told his owners how it's possible, not immediately born blue hair buffalo, not possible. Then he has mouth, his owners laughed, so made his owners so happy. So because that purified his negative karma to be born as animal, buffalo, right there purified. And he created karma to burn as monk right away by pleasing his holiness, by pleasing his guru, his holiness, Dalai Lama. All that, you see. So therefore, you see, so that just don't think as a story, but bring that story in your life practice, in our life practice. So you see, whether you are with Guru or far, doesn't matter, that's not the question, but you say by pleasing the Guru, then you say whatever negative karma you have, even better birth in the lower realms like that, immediately in that minute you get purified. You see, whenever you are able to please the Guru, then all those heavy negative karmas, yourself better birth to lower realms, all that get purified. Right that time you get the higher birth. Also for him like the monk, you see, around his holiness, even that around his holiness serving. So that we should take that very important advice in our daily life. Those are very, very the root source of happiness after enlightenment. So you have great freedom in our. We have great freedom in our hand, because we have great freedom. This one time we received human body, not just human body, but perfect human body, with Dharma, with Dharma, holy Dharma, so the Dharma, the Kasuri, Kasuri, then revealing the understanding path to enlightenment, we have incredible freedom in our hand about our life. As I mentioned, you see, in each second we have great freedom, loss, whether we take win or whether we take loss or win, loss and profit. You see, so even each second to not be in the lower realm and to not be held and to achieve enlightenment and to not be samsara and to achieve nirvana and to so all that you see, lower realm and the higher realm. So in each second we have a great freedom in our hand. All like that you see, opportunity to protect ourselves, like that you see. So that Nyaka Tunche Tenza Kenyan Kitu Tanga Manor Nimbo Lendu Samje Lama Teno, so all that Samje Lama Teno, so all that by thinking these wishes to the essence, to in every second, even in every second. Or then to unmistaken see to the essence and so on this body then perfume body this they should not take loss and to take profit, so that Manu Nimbo and Samjay Lama, so that holding independent guru, so can remember kindness of guru, showing the admitting path. Tejipatu, damages, please guide me, this life and intermediate stage and next life, all the time. So that means up to enlightenment, and every second, ask the Guru to guide you. Damages without separation, please guide me. Guide me means bring to enlightenment. So okay. Yeah, maybe just start doing the Kasuri. Maybe I mentioned this, okay, so you can meditate in. So it's good. Yeah, so, okay, to the, yeah, the, So one way to realize how everything came from the mind. Hell, enlightenment, samsara, nirvana, happiness problem, everything, relationship problem, everything. Relationship problem you're going through, then everything came from your mind. So that's one day. That's the beginning. So anyway, how everything came from the mind, how everything created by the mind. So a simple example. You see, the very beginning, you see, teachers who introduce you, who teach you alphabet, then write on blackboard, you see, on the blackboard, because line like this. Looking for facing to you, then like that Z, okay, like that line like that. Then looking at you like this, that, okay. Lines drawn on the blackboard. On the blackboard. Okay, but you're not taught yet that this is that. You're not taught yet. So you are a child. You are a child. Go back. And you see the line on blackboard. But you are not taught yet. This is that. So you have no idea this is that. It is that, but you don't see, you're seeing that, but you're not seeing this is as that. This is as that, you don't see. This. So you have to see the line, okay? Then, you don't see this is that. Because you don't have appearance. You don't have appearance, this is that. Why? Because your mind hasn't labeled on this, that. You haven't labeled your mind. Why? I said, because you don't have appearance that. Why? You don't see that. And because you don't have appearance that. Why? Because you haven't called, your mind haven't called, labeled, this is it. That's why. You understand? Then, Then the teacher teach you the label. You see, this is the base to be labeled. This line is the base to be labeled as that. This is the base, and the label is that. Two different things. Not two separate things, but two different things. Like the I and I guess, not separate, but two different phenomena. So, like that. So, then teacher himself also learned from somebody. From early time, he learned from somebody who believed that, who believed that is that. And then the teacher also young time learned somebody. So now the teacher is teaching you. You see, what he believed. So he teach you that is that. He put the label. See, then you believe in that. What he explained to you, you believe in that. So your mind level that. Your mind level that, relating to the base, relating to this base. Because it is there on the blackboard. So, as a teacher introduces you, you follow the teacher. Your mind label also that, relating to this line. Then, you see, you believe in that. So, then, after that, there's appearance too. That is that. Then, after that, then you see this is that. Oh, there's a whole evolution until you see this is that. So like that, that's the example, that is same with the I, with the aggregates, with all the phenomena, form, sound, smell, taste, all the mind, everything same. Oh, like this. This is the example. How we create things, how the mind creates things. You understand? Subject, object, everything. You create your I, and you create your I. Exactly same. So this is a meditation. Okay? So relate not on that. Relate to the whole thing, whole life. Form, sound, smell, taste, the mind into the subject, object, everything, including the I, action, object, everything. So you meditate to enlighten your mind, to not ignore, but to enlighten mind. Okay. So now you see that you see came from your mind. Very clear, came from your mind. Like that. It's not just blind faith, and no logic, no like that. It's very clear, yeah. Like that, you see? So like that, the whole thing, whole life, what we're trying to abandon, pure samsara, Lord, what we're trying to achieve, everything comes from mind. So that depends on our mind. So that so that can, the conclusion that came from mind. How that came from that you see is come from your mind. It's created by your mind. So like that. So like that here, Kopan, Gomba. So you see me, I see you. I mean the here, the outside, inside, everything. Sky, trees. I mean everything here. What do you see came from your mind? What do you see came from your mind? You understand? It's like that. Everything, totally. So, yeah, including, I think you have taken most, here you have taken precepts, so you have the food. So, including food, everything's what you, yeah, forms ultimate has tangible, everything came from your mind. What do you see came from your mind. Okay, so the practice, so meditation, mindfulness, like the that. That's how it came from. Meditation. So actually, you see, actually, this very important meditation. You know, need 1 month. I mean, 1 week, not weekend you can do, but weeks, months. It is a lifetime. It's a lifetime practice. Mindful, most important mindfulness practice. Rather than, I'm walking, I'm doing this. Or you can do the same thing, I'm stealing. You can do similar, I'm stealing. Whatever you do, you could call that, I'm doing this. But one thing, the mindfulness is something to abandon, is the negative karma, mind to transform the virtue, to learn the virtue, abstain the delusion, and practice the virtue, and the actualized path. So the mindfulness is the purpose of that. Anyway, so so important, just that meditation. Everyday life, wherever we are, West, East, well, not only Nepal, but wherever, they have this mindfulness. So important, it's the most important practice. Mindfulness. Then a problem comes to you, then it doesn't disturb you. It becomes insignificant. Even the problem comes to you. By thinking that, it gets pacified. It doesn't become something big disturbance. So it came from your mind, so you get relaxed. So that, anyway, just the essence, okay? So I'll stop here. Thank you, Sabe Gava, the Tanam Rokola, Kevara Juzo, Zandra, and Benimba. Did all the past, present, future, married to collect me, through our marriage to collect my numberless and numberless Buddhas. In 3 times, past, present, future. Then because we made the bodhicitta, so all the happiness, success, including enlightenment for you and for every sentient being. That may be generated in the heart of all the sentient beings. Whoever wants a mother, being kind from beginning to birth, unbelievable kind. And then, of course, the sentient beings who met Dharma, who understand Dharma, practice Dharma is nothing. Is the who do not know Dharma, do not practice Dharma, is numberless. So they take care of you with the ignorance and attachment, with the self-chasing thought. So then they create this unbelievable negative karma to take care of you. And then they suffer most unbelievable sufferings from beginning to birth. Then this lifetime, if you don't practice Dharma, if you don't realize emptiness, then you get reborn to them again. You get reborn samsara, you get reborn to them. Then they will have to suffer. Unbelievable, most unbelievable, without end of samsara. So therefore, bodhicitta to be generated in all the sentient beings, and then there's particular sentient beings in this world, particular sentient beings in Nepal, particular sentient beings in all the students, in the heart of all the students, and then those who rely upon my promise prayer, whose names came to me, in all their heart, in the heart of all of us here, even including our parents and families, those who are already dead, and, including them in their heart. Bodhicitta to be generated, bodhisattva to be generated. Any sentient being who see you, any sentient being who see you, who hears from you, about you, who remember you, touch you, then who hears your name, who mentions your name, then who see your photos or dreams or the higher. Other Buddhists to be generated in all their heart. In his heart, Bodhicitta generated may it be increased. Janjo Rinpoche, Madhyamaka Prasangika, Nyamba Ameba, Kone Kondo Abawa, to realize them. Konderang Chen Dunza Meba, Tangju Tente Rua Meba, Penza Game Tozu Chava, Lojo Gonde Dawa Tende as to do all the three marriage, maybe be guided by Lama Tsonga, being mind of our different all the lifetimes, and they were separated from the purifies. There is a highlight mind by all the Buddhas. Saragunda Jawa Tsonga, Veda Chenyamaza, Javanga Lanza, the Yeda Gaje, Tayanja. Direct light Lama Tsonga teaching this life, this Lama Tsonga. All the there's no separate from Buddha's teaching. There's the Buddha's teaching, and the most correctly explained say. Lama Tsonga teaching, then like that. Mejo Namdara Zamia Jendan de la Jaze Java Nindo, Yada Jaga Jena de la Tanda Joyo. Bondela me number tava keje lada me je jinde ba don mo la me jela san la Let me pray for the outside, pray for the world. Did all the throat I managed to close the throat I managed to hold up the listen the Buddhas. May the world that happen now will happen in the future, will be stopped immediately, and all the disease and all the famines, all the problems that come from anger, attachment, all that, including that, also will be solved immediately. For example, now in California, there's always fire danger, even 2-3 fire danger at the same time. That many times happened. So much. Can you imagine how many ants, how many insects? They're just like you, even the body is so small, but the mind is just like you. Want happiness, do not want suffering at all. All that. Then numberless get burnt. Can you imagine, besides the big animals? The one person catch a rabbit running in the fire, young man catch the rabbit, saved. I mean, there's a numberless the mountain. So, can you imagine? Normally people don't think that. The insects. So, we think only people. We count only people. So so all those dangers are fire, water, air, earthquakes, and tsunamis. Because yesterday there was a small earthquake in the morning here in Nepal. But I thought those small earthquakes sometimes somebody has a realization bodhicitta. Then the earthquake happens. That's somebody has a realization bodhicitta. Then. Maybe somebody here. So yes, not earthquake that destroys everything. Not that I don't think so. But none is bad all the time. The global problems, the ice melt down, then the oceans increase, then wash away the cities. That happened already. So much danger, and then, like Texas, then the future. All those things to be stopped immediately, and the great perfect peace, happiness prevailed in everyone's heart. And by generating all kinds of compassion, everyone's heart, to have that, and then and then met up with the Dharma Sangha from West, and then being received all the peace, happiness, last long time, and then they moved with the Dharmas. With Buddha's teachings and made Buddha's teaching and achieving enlightenment as close as possible. So prepare that. Since we are responsible for the world. We have responsibility to pray for the world. So that not only your happiness, but for the happiness of numberless sentiments, living soul. We have to pray. That's very important. And then to be able to cherish due to all this marriage, we are able to cherish every single sentient being more than sky full of gem, jewel. All that. Oh, etane samjen tamje la yishi no la tanjo de samba ye tato jam. Oh, think I know the numberless because any other numberless sentiments, any other any sentiment who see me, touch me, who see me, hears me, remembers me, touch me, the singing portals, or they go to dreams, and all then anyone just by that may they be free from all the sufferings, and may they achieve all the happiness, including enlightenment. Dānyi tōngam tā sāma jetsu uchayyāng rū rāgaman tamdu jabā samjī tēyā mōlā dungwā guñchī nē nāmbā gōngdu dādā dēngyō jī dīrū tā tāpā specific future marriage collected by me, third-time marriage collected by numberless sentient, numberless Buddhas. That which exists but do not exist from its own side. Total empty from its own side. Where the I who exists but do not exist from its own side, which is totally empty from its own side. Achieve the Buddhahood which exists, but do not exist from its own side, which is totally empty from its own side. Lead all the sentient beings who exist but do not exist from its own side. They are totally empty from their own side. To that Buddhahood which exists but do not exist from its own side, but it's totally empty from its own side. By myself alone, who exists but do not exist from its own side, totally empty from its own side. Thank you very much.